Okay, for this video, what we're going to do is we've already calculated marginal utility. We've already calculated marginal utility per dollar for books and movies. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to figure out how many books and movies should we actually buy. And we do that trying to equate our marginal utilities per dollar till we use up all of our income. Okay, so we will have to be given how much income do I have. So we're going to say we have income of $24 that we can spend on books and movies. Okay, so the best way to have marginal utility per dollar to help us is we're going to look for something called consumer equilibrium. And the consumer equilibrium says our marginal utilities per dollar should be equal. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to maximize our benefit here. So what we're going to do is we're going to consume wherever our marginal utility per dollar is highest. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out where do I get the most basically bang for my buck? Where do I get the most marginal utility per dollar? For the first movie I go to, I'm going to get 3 utils per dollar. For the first book I read, I'm going to get 5 utils per dollar. So I'm going to get more utils per dollar for the first book than I am for the first movie. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a book. Okay, so I'm going to buy a book and I'm going to spend $4 on it. So the total I've spent would then be $4. Okay, now I've done this one. If I consume any more, my marginal utility falls. So we would have to compare this one. Okay, so now we haven't consumed any movies. So the first movie I consume would be 3 utils per dollar. The next book that I consume is only going to give me 2.5 utils per dollar. Okay, I'm getting more utils per dollar over here at movies than I am books. So the second thing I'm going to buy is a movie. Okay, the movies cost me $8. So now I will have spent 8 plus 4, which is $12. Now we check that one off. Okay, so we've consumed one book, we've consumed one movie. So now we have to figure out where am I going to get the most marginal utility per dollar. Okay, so if I consume the next movie, I'm going to get 2.5 utils. If I consume the next book, I'm going to get 2.5 utils. These are the same. It doesn't matter which one I get. I'm just as equally happy. So arbitrarily, let's pick movies. Okay, we could have been either one. It doesn't matter. So the next one is a movie. So we're going to spend $8 on that. So total, we will have spent 8 plus 12 is now $20. We've spent $20 of our 24. So we check that one off. Okay, so the next one says, okay, if I'm going to consume the next unit, if I consume the next movie, I'm only going to get 2 utils per dollar, but I'm going to get 2.5 utils per dollar if I consume the next book. I get more utils per dollar here in the books than I do the next movie. So the next thing I would buy would be a book. So I'm going to spend $4 on the book. And if I spend $4 on the book, I've now spent $24. I've spent all of my money. I will consume nothing else. So my consumption then will have been 2 books and 2 movies. That's my consumer equilibrium.